Yo, do us a favor and yourself a favor by hitting that subscribe button. Make sure to tap that notification bell as well so you can stay updated. Now let's get to the video.
This is iLLANOiZE Radio with Biko, iLLANOiZE Jones, and Pretty Riot going down right now.
Walking world, walking world, walking world, walking world. It's iLLANOiZE Radio, Chicago's most valuable radio show. I'm your host, Biko, alongside Pretty Riot, iLLANOiZE Jones. And as always, you know what we do. We bring you all the illest guests from around the city and globe. And today, this brother's no stranger to the show. He's all about helping you get a bag. He goes by the name of Ross Mag.
Hey, my family, I appreciate y'all to the fullest. How y'all doing?
Man, what's going on, family?
Yes, sir.
The question is, how you doing, Mr. Sell 'em Out Sunday?
Hey, man, we doing good, man. We me and the team, we extremely excited because we about to do something that ain't really been done before here in the city.
Now,
and that's make financial literacy the littest shit in the city.
I know that's right.
Man, I love it, bro. I love seeing you all over these social media platforms and just giving this game and doing your thing, because it's not a lot of people, especially from our city, giving away this game to the people, man.
Nah.
Well, I appreciate it, man. That's what I genuinely am passionate about, man. It's like, how can I make sure people that look like us really, uncover a lot of the secrets that's been kept from us, and that's what I'm trying to do.
I mean, what even created the idea of the Wealth Summit?
Well, I've been obviously you guys know me on the show, but to the guests listening, one of the things I do is I make financial literacy more digestible and easy to understand. So I got a show on, Revolt TV. I got a Netflix documentary. I do stuff with BET. But the other thing I do is I talk on countless stages where, different conferences and stuff. But I'm like, man, I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to Miami. I'm going to Philly or whatever, or New York. But why has nobody asked me to do this in Chicago? So I said, this time we do it ourselves. And so what I wanted to do was literally bring a lot of dope people that are from Chicago or, Chicago adjacent, people that don't nobody necessarily know, but they're in a different type of field that we're underrepresented in. And more importantly, they the goats at what they do, and now they're gonna share some secrets.
So the people that's on the panel with you, are these like personal relationships, or are some of these people you've reached out to that you wanted to work with?
All these people are personal. Some of them are mentors. Some of them are friends. Some of these people I have mentored. Right at the end of the day, that's life is all about relationships. But the thing is, they all have excelled in their respective fields. And the fields we're talking about is, we're talking real estate. We're talking life insurance. We're talking investing. We're talking about entrepreneurship. So, at the end of the day, these are the things that we need to have these conversations in our community.
You ain't lying. And I'm looking at this list right now, man. Can you at least drop some of the names that's popping out and popping up tomorrow?
Yeah, man. So when you talk about, we got a panel talking about relationships, right? And we got my guy, Les Coney, literally been in the financial services industry for over 30 years. He the same guy you'll see literally talking, in pictures and being a close friend with Barack Obama. But, you also see him courtside at a game in Philly, because that's where he's from, sitting next to Meek Mill, right? Like, he's just different. But, most people don't know him, but he's really one of the most plugged people in the city of Chicago, right? Then you got my guy, Dilla. Dilla, if you don't know him, he used to manage Jeremiah as well as Lil Durk, and he owned all the flags. So when we talk about entrepreneurship, if you want to hear from a young guy, then we're going to hear from him. But if you want to hear from an old guy, right, then we got my guy, Jory Luster, who literally, is the CEO of Luster Products. We talking about Pink, right? Then we got several financial advisors that literally are managing hundreds of millions of dollars. So now when we're talking about a person who, from the south side of Chicago, guess what? You get to learn how to manage your money the way the true 1% do. right? And then we talking about life insurance, right? Or we talking about real estate. We got my girl Chris on, who got a show on HGTV. We got my girl with Shauna, who's one of the top realtors in the city. So at the end of the day, man, it's like you're learning from people that I genuinely feel as though are experts, but also they willing to share some secrets. Because a lot of people don't, once you open a door, not that many people willing to, crack the door to let the next person in. And now we trying to let the whole city in.
Man, listening to you, big dog, I see you mentioned a lot of people that's doing the entrepreneurship and the age gap differences. Well, like, how important was that for you to capture and bring in people to close in on those age gap and those generational differences?
Absolutely. It's definitely different. And, I think it's something that we could all aspire to, right? So like when you talk about like iLLANOiZE products, that business has been around for over 65 years.
Right.
But when you speak with an entrepreneur like Dilla, everybody's now shop at a Flaves, right? Like our grandparents was using pink hair oil, but now we younger are actually consuming it at Flaves. But then we also listening to his artist music, right? We listen to the Dirt, we listen to Jeremiah. So at the end of the day, it's like, man, being able to get the different generational ideas of what success and what it looks like, I think is very important.
I love the variety that you're bringing tomorrow to the Wealth Summit, man. It's like you're doing your best to touch all ends of the spectrum of finance and just investing and growing wealth. And I'm excited for tomorrow. I wish I could be in attendance, Ross.
Is that a hint?
It is a hint.
Don't pull up. Y'all good, man.
Wink, wink.
Hey, that go without saying. Pull up.
Got
Real
you.
talk.
And I mean, but I gotta also talk. You gotta give just little gems, for those that's listening. Housing market right now, it's crazy. The interest is crazy right now. Is there any suggestions on like when the market will get a little better?
I mean, the market is great right now, right? Like, so here's the thing. When you talking about investing, especially in the stock market, like at the end of the day, the stock market is going to go up and down, right? You can't necessarily time it perfectly, but what I can tell you with utmost certainty, 100% certainty, is that over the long run, the stock market goes up. So if you're a person that's thinking about investing, look at it as a long-term investment, right? If we all remember, we just lived through COVID-19 in 2020, the stock market went down a whole lot. And guess what? It ended up going higher, right? It recovered the 2008 recession. It ended up recovering and going higher. So I say that to say, anytime there is a big recession, the stock market will go down, yeah, possibly, but it's going to recover and make new highs. And that's what you got to understand. Like, you can't just sit still. You can't save your way to wealth. You got to invest. Mm-hmm. You got to put your money to work for you.
So pretty much if you want to buy now, buy now. If you want to wait. That's what it sounds like you're saying.
Yeah, here's what I say. It's not so say you got $1,000 to invest. I say split it up. Maybe invest $200 every month for the next 5 months. Or, I'm saying that in a way of saying dollar cost averaging, where you take the emotions out. Because if you're sitting on the sideline where it's like double dutch and you waiting to get in, you might always stay on the sidelines. But if you make a definitive decision, like, you know what, here we go. I got $1,000. Because one, I never like a person telling me how much they're going to start with. I ask them how much they can afford to invest every month. Because that's what it really boiled down to, right? If you treat investing like a bill, because you're going to pay your phone bill, that $100 phone bill every month, why not pay your future self by investing $100 to $200, $300, $400 every month too? So it really just says, how could I be more disciplined? And okay, I'm gonna buy some stocks every 15th or 1st or 30th or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it has to just be disciplined, and you do it the same day of every month, and that's when you take the guessing work out of it.
And I gotta drop this on you too, Ross. Is there a new credit system? I've been hearing a lot of talks about like the credit system. Has changes been made, or is the credit system still kind of like what it's been?
Well, I think that they are expanding certain different credit bureaus that will look at different things, right? For instance, if you're paying your rent on time every month, right? That, like, they're looking at different metrics, but the big dogs is going to be Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. And then if you're talking, business credit, that looks a little different. But I think they're getting a little more diversified in what they're allowing people to start contributing to their credit score.
And lastly, my brother, what in the hell is going on with cryptocurrency?
Hey, man, crypto is an industry that 8 times, right? I'm going to tell you 8 different times over the past, call it 10 years, you'll look and see cryptocurrency go down by more than 50%. And each time it went on to recover and go higher. And so now, we saw Bitcoin go down from, up over 60 plus thousand to, now down around 30,000. And at one point it was a lot lower. So at the end of the day, right, what you ask yourself is, one, am I owning something that I believe in long term? Is it going to have a use case? And if that's the case, then you just buy it and, you kind of don't look at it. You asking yourself, this is something I hopefully will need, 30, 60 years from now. Well, maybe not 60, but you know what I mean.
No, I got you. I done drop. Remember I told you last time my crypto account got hacked. I done threw another bag in there, and I ain't even, I don't even log in to see it, okay? So I still believe.
No wrong with it.
Now, again, the Maconomics Wealth Summit goes down tomorrow. Unfortunately, Chicago, it is sold. Actually, that ain't unfortunate. Fortunately, it's sold out.
Some good shit.
It'll be another one.
That's what I was finna
It'll
say.
be another one.
So are you planning on making this thing annual?
Yeah, we're going to do it annually, man. We're going to take it to some other cities because what's important, man, is that we having these conversations. What's important is that people that look like us start understanding, it's conversations that people that look like us aren't involved in, and that's what we're changing. We're changing the narrative around what's cool. What's cool used to be, let's debate who better, Steph Curry or Dame Lillard, or, what girl look better, this IG model versus that one. Like, nah, what we really finna do is really talk about what stock is a better investment. We're going to talk about what city should we look to do real estate and fix and flips, right? We're going to talk about, man, should I get term or whole life insurance? We're going to talk about what accounts we need to open for our kids. We're going to talk about, okay, my son's birthday coming up, what you buying them? Okay, this investment rather than some shoes he going to outgrow in 2 months. So that's what we're doing. We're changing the narrative on that.
Man. Look, I got to give you a round of applause on everything,
For sure.
too. You know what I'm saying? Because putting in work, sharing this wealth and spreading this wealth, and as we all know, knowledge is wealth as well.
Hell yeah. Is there any way, like, people that that's in finance, as far as like people that want to be a part of this for the next years, or that want to join you and help in any kind of way? Like, how can they reach out to you and be a part of these summits?
Yeah, without a doubt. I'll just say hit me on social. They could obviously shoot me a text, 773-232-2577. And I love to collaborate, man. Collaboration over competition, man. That's what's gonna keep our community thriving. So I'm with all that. I'm trying to, as you can see, I get literally. I can give you some. I had opportunity to have a very well-known who's who person, but I'm like, yeah, that's not necessarily attainable, right? Like when I'm thinking about what my audience needs to hear, I want them to have some more attainable things,
right,
rather than and I can tell you about the person offline, but the fact is, like, nah, let me have some some local people that I've bought my life insurance from, and people that I call when it comes to hey man, what you think about this real estate, or like I say, mentors. When there's people, when I say, man, I'm trying to get into this field, back when I first moved back to the city and I needed some advice when it came to when I was working in the at an actual company at Grosvenor Capital. So, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, these are personal friends, but people that I look at. So at the end of the day, I love to continue to meet new people, especially in the financial world.
Well, as we wrap things up, my brother, you got to get that number out again. You said it so fast.
All right, make sure you get your phone ready. 773-232-2577.
Man, we got it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for listening to me, man. This is Ross Mack. Once again, the Maconomics Wealth Summit is tomorrow at the Den Theater. That's 1333 North Milwaukee. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't take sold out for an answer. I just pull up on the early side if it's really something. So, You know what I mean? We might have something like that, but as far as
it's enough
all the
stand up room for everybody. You can stand up in there, man. We got stand up room, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you chiming in, my brother. And yeah, definitely will tap in with you tomorrow. That was Ross Mack from
Man, that's
Maconomics
amazing.
delivering some gems, man. Again, appreciate you, brother.
Man, it's nothing but love. I appreciate y'all for even having me on the platform, whether it's about financial literacy or whether it's about music. I truly appreciate y'all giving people in Chicago a platform to share their dreams and their skills and their everything. They bless us. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all are blessed.
Oh,
Thank you, man. This your house. Whenever you want to pull up, you can pull up, dog.
You already know.